dealing with proportional editing. So what that means, okay, so what proportional editing means is it's a specific tool in Blender that has different options that we can use in edit mode. For example, let's add in a Shift A and we're adding in a sphere. Okay, so remember we have a number of options over here. We're just going to change this to 64, and that's going to increase it over there, right? It's going to increase the segments, and then we're going to just change the rings to 32, right? Which is the duplicated what we had previously. Okay, I'm just doing this on purpose. However, this is something that you should think about whenever you're doing or working on the workspace or in the 3D viewport. So now going to edit mode, we can see that if we select a vertex, for example, and we're moving it, you see that that specific vertex is moving, right? The same if we go into face select and we're moving the face, we see that that specific face is moving. Now what proportional editing does is, as soon as you switch it on and you move it, you can see that it's moving a bunch of those faces or those vertices, right? It's moving a bunch of them. Okay, let's just undo that. Okay, and you can do it deal with the same as well as with edges, right? So if you go over here, there's another option over here and it says connected only. All right, and then we have smooth, and then we have sphere, we have root, we have inverse. So let's look at smooth. So selecting the top vertex over there, we can then draw it over there just like this, and now it shows you that you're getting a perfect nice type of vase type of shape. So let's just undo this. Another thing that I want you to notice, as soon as you move it over there, there's a circle that pops up around where we have selected it. Now if you scroll with your mouse, you can then select the amount of the effect that you want it to have. For example, if I continue doing this, you'll see that now I can move a huge number of the vertices, right? And that's based on like the fall off of the effect. Okay, let's just undo that. Okay, and then let's just go back here and select sphere, and now you can see we have sphere, right? Okay, you can see we can get different sizes or options and designs from what we do. So let's go to root. We're getting a simple fall off like this. Okay, and let's just undo that. So go through these and have a look at what else you can find out and discover from there, because that would be a perfect way for you to learn. So random would be a random. Okay, so remember that it's just affecting the shapes of vertices that is in the circle, right? So if you go around, you can see that is affecting the back and the front and the sides as well. However, it's just based on what is in the specific circle. Let's just undo that, and now let's go to connect only. So for example, if you move this, it's going to, okay, let me just select this over here, the smooth. Connect only will now give you the option of using the connected, right? So for example, let me just do this. Let's duplicate this, Shift D, let's just get the move tool, and now let's go over here, and then we're just going to rotate over here and then move it across like this. So you have the option of selecting both, and then now let's see, you can select this and then you can select that as well, right? However, this is two different objects, right? So based on the fact that we have connected only, right, let's see, remember, so now it will only affect this object because it's not connected to this object. Okay, so if for example, let's say we join these two objects, let's just undo it. Okay, undo it. So remember, this is two different objects, right? Two different objects. As you can see in Outliner, this is two different objects. So let's say we join these objects. Press Ctrl J, and then we go over here. We can now see it's still not affecting the other object. Let's try increasing the scale. You can see that it's still not affecting the other object. Why? Because it's selected on connect only, right? So the other option that we have is projected from view. So if you do go over there, you can now see that it's selecting both objects, right, which is proportionally. Okay, so do go over the other options and have a look at what you can find out and learn more. Another thing to note is you can of course also change the size, and this is the size of the circle. You can see now that it's currently big, that's why you don't see it. Okay, so if you go over there, you can see that it changes. So if we made it small like this, you will see now it's quite small. Okay, go over the other options and have a look at what you can start on your own.